official kit sponsors for the 2025 season. Officially, your destination for high-quality merchandise, offering a range of premium products that celebrate sports, culture, and lifestyle with a focus on craftsmanship and innovation. tonight's officiating crew, please give them a warm round of applause. And the opponents for this afternoon's match, please welcome in West Seattle Junction. Now fans, get on your feet and ready to make some noise as we welcome your 2025 Portland Pickles FC! I'm facing it there. Facing it. Just face it. Face it. Sorry. Here's your players starters for this afternoon's match. Number 16, Pedersen. Number 7, Van Sheffield. Number 10, Lucas Fisher. Number 19, Nico Lopez. Number 5, Oliver Yopez. Number 26, Kawhi Sony. Number 23, Lloyd Boyce. Number 13, Michael Dunn. Number 25, Sean McDowd. And number 0, Marcus Norris. Give it up for your 2025 Portland Pickles FC. We're now going to kick it down to Jeremiah Coughlin on the field. Hey, here we go. Jason, thank you. Players, how many we doing? We're doing some, it is time for the national anthem. It's time to stand if you're able. Remove your caps. And the wonderful Aaron Light is going to sing. You ready for that? Y'all ready for this? Alright, this is a different song. It's really hot. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red lamps bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome into UO Portland Stadium for the battle of the Portland Pickles versus West Seattle Junction for the first time in these two history. They will meet again later this season, but for these two teams, Portland Bangers currently sitting 7th and West Seattle Junction currently sitting 9th. If West Seattle get all 3 points on the road today, they will match the Portland Bangers in the standings. Portland coming into today have played 7 games with 1 win, 4 losses, and 2 draws on 5 points. While West Seattle Junction has played 2 fewer games on the season, they're the only winless team left in the division, but boy have they come close 2 separate times. So in nearly half of their games in 2025, they've had a 2-0 lead get relinquished. In their season opener, they were up 2-1 in the 89th minute. They gave up a goal in the 89th and the 90th to their rivals, Tacoma. They also had a few games against FC Olympia where they lost 5-4. Another one in which they were up 2-0 and they're coming off a 1-1 draw with the Mid-Lakes United. For the Portland Bangers, they've been impressive defensively, just 8 goals against in their 7 games played. The problem is they haven't had the offense to match the defensive execution, which is 3 goals through 7 games played. And of course, the fans in attendance today trying to see their first goal at home. The starting lineup for your Portland Bangers in net will be Marcus Norris, who's played all but 2 games this season. He played very well in a 1-0 loss to Ballard FC. His net was getting peppered with shots. At left back, Loic Borres. At right back, Donovan McClellan. Center back pairing of Michael Dunn and Sean McDowd. In midfield, Kolade Saludin, who is playing his first home game as a Portland Banger, but not his first time on this pitch. He actually played for Deportivo Rose City about a month and a half ago in a preseason friendly between the Bangers and Rose City. He'll partner Oliver Yepa in midfield. Up top, pulling the strings as the number 10 position is Nico Lopez, formerly of Oregon State fame. And up top, the front 3 will be Vance Sheffield off the left. Look for him to drift inside centrally. Drew Pedersen, the central striker, and Lucas Fisher, the right winger, who's looking to enact revenge from last game where he missed a penalty, a golden chance to get the first goal as a Portland Banger at home. We're underway. Bangers attacking from left to right. West Seattle Junction right to left in their blue and black stripes. These two teams have had a very different route to get here, but only separated by 3 points in the standings, and away we go at UO Portland Stadium. Thanks for joining us on the stream. I'm Adam Sussman. Far side with Vance Sheffield will be interesting because I've called many of his high school games over at LaSalle. He'll be playing his collegiate ball at Northern Illinois next year. He is usually that central striker for his high school side, and now Jorge Villafana, the head coach of the Portland Bangers, using him out at left wing, trying to get as many goals onto the pitch as possible, because that's the one thing they're missing. Talking to head coach Jorge Villafana pregame, he said over this past weekend in Washington, where they had a few close games, one with Ballard FC, who's not just the best team in the Northwest Division. In the most recent power rankings, they're ranked number 1 out of 144 teams. Bangers had just a 1-0 loss. Portland had several one-on-one opportunities with the goalkeeper. They just could not finish in either game in their 2-1 loss to Bigfoot or a 1-0 defeat to Ballard. Portland on the front foot early on. Donovan McClellan trying to keep it on the ground and set into the 18. A good head forward. Yoshi Schleb. Marcus Norris always likes to be risky with the ball at his feet. Goes from his own box to the attacking third. Drew Pedersen sticks out his studs, gets on the ball, and calmly brings it down. Saludin has it into his path, his first touch as a Portland Banger at home. It's a nice through ball, and and Vance Sheffield, Portland's number 7, nearly gets there. It will be a throw-in and possession of Seattle. Of the 9 teams in the Northwest Division, 6 of them come from Washington, many in the Seattle region, but West Seattle Junction, the only ones with the city actually in their name. Their star player, number 8, Yoshi Schleb, a German who plays at St. Francis University. He was first team All Northeast Conference. He's got 4 goals this season, so him by himself is outscoring the Portland Bangers. He got a goal in the 1-1 draw with Mid-Lakes, a goal against Olympia, a goal against Mid-Lakes the first time around, and also against Tacoma in the season opener. Sheffield out wide, a tight touch, brings it onto his right foot and retreats. Saludin's going to be there as an option, and Loic Borres, the more attacking of the 2 fullbacks today, brings it back to the back line. Michael Dunn. First home game this season, Mason Bradley not in the starting lineup. He's a reliable center back that we'll likely see off the bench today. Dunn going on a nice run forward. He finds Lucas Fisher, formerly of Denver University, played in a College Cup just a year ago. He's used to high-stakes games, and both of these teams, as we hit the halfway point in the season, hoping to get back to winning ways. Here's Fisher. Cuts it back to Dunn. Dunn, the center back, waits for the overlap and goes backwards instead. Oliver Yippa. West Seattle Junction in their second season playing in USL League Two's Northwest Division. They have high expectations, returning about 20 of their players and their full coaching staff from last year. They've had trouble hanging on to leads, and Portland hoping to put on that spot. Ball over to Pedersen, and he finds the side netting on a remarkable volley. Portland up 1-0 right away. The first touch was excellent, and the finish even better. Drew Pedersen, the striker from Gonzaga, gets the first ever home goal for the Portland Bangers. Great ball inside and better execution by Drew Pedersen from a tight angle. Goalkeeper Liam Ryan wasn't out there quick enough to cut off the angle. And West Seattle Junction, after the goal, group up and they're ready to go again. 5th minute of action, Portland up 1-0. Entire game's been played in the attacking third. This is new for Portland at home, playing with a lead. Last time around, it was scoreless throughout the 90 for both teams. Ball over the top to Jason Stein, and Marcus Norris will get in the way. Nico Lopez, shoulder to shoulder with his man, will lose out on that tussle. David Pepple, a defender from Leicester, England. It was the University of Albany. He's played every game this season for Seattle. Ryan, not the tallest keeper in the world, just trickles the ball outside of his own 18. Portland upping the pressure. Kalade Saludin, usually more comfortable as a center back, but Jorge Villafana utilized him in midfield today. Borres fighting defensively to try to win the ball back. Jason Stein gets on it. Haven't seen much of Yoshi Schleb, number 8 so far. He's been their best player on the season by a distance. Richard Conces. Pebble will reset with the captain, Jake Larson, who's got 2 goals of his own from center back. If West Seattle get corner attempts, which likely get a handful each game, look for him to come up and be a menace off of set pieces. Connor O'Keefe, center back partnering the captain Larson. Portland setting up in a 4-3-3 defensively. Saludin using his might and his size, doesn't quite win the ball. Good job. Cross towards the back post, and quickly off his line is Marcus Norris. Norris with plenty of time on the near side. Good link up with Lucas Fisher coming back from an attacking position. We'll restart yet again. Attempting to go up the left side. McDowd. Donovan McClellan, the fullback, drifting centrally to make himself an option. Oliver Yippa sees him, instead retreats. Goal in the 4th minute by number 16, Drew Pedersen, the difference so far. In his collegiate season, Pedersen had 4 goals and 3 assists in just over 1,300 minutes. A ball A heavy one to run onto, cross towards the inside, and deflected off the thigh of Jake Larson for the first corner kick of the game for either side. Making the run was center back Michael Dunn. Fisher finally gets what he's looking for, the ball. Five jerseys bunching up near the PK spot. And then Michael Dunn crowding the goalkeeper. Now they spread out. Goes to Van Sheffield, who made first contact on it. Wasn't able to quite wrap his laces properly. It will go down as a shot on goal, but nothing more than that. Peppel. Pedersen, the striker for the Bangers, not able to feast off of scraps that time around. Here's Schleb. Tezuka waiting for the return ball. Instead, they'll go centrally to Schleb. Van Sheffield bothering him from behind. Pebble open up near side, and they'll hit him. A touch off the thigh. Donovan McClellan there to meet him. Borres lost the ball, but they made contact with the player that took it away. Ball of the man mentality, and thankfully no whistle was hollered out. Head official for this game, Alexis Gutierrez. He's joined by Eric Harrison and Ryan Jung as his linesmen. Harrison on the far side, Jung on the near. Portland confident in possession. Now they go over the top for Donovan McClellan. He easily gets there first, hits off his knee. First time cross into the box. Van Sheffield is going to get there just a smidge late, fighting through the contact and can't get the cross down low into the box. All overcooked for Kobayashi. Pedersen, dragged down by Richard Conces in midfield. West Seattle Junction playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. That according to their coach Eric Oman, who I spoke with pregame. Bangers playing a high line, but not much of a press. Sneaks past Sean McDowd. He's getting his first start at home. Oliver Yippa clips it away from the danger and last off a blue and black boot. Good touch by Drew Pedersen, finds Nico. And Nico Lopez not able to return the favor. So a good job by Portland to get up the pitch in a whisker. McDowd launches it to the near side. Donovan McClellan barking out instructions for his center back on the ball. Does a good job. He was being man-marked by Nathan McKenzie at the near side touchline. Dunn recycles play all the way back to Norris, who hasn't had to make a save so far, a rarity. Usually at this point in the game, he's made several big saves. Though the most recent clean sheet for the Bangers does belong to the other goalie. Bangers offside for the first time in this game. Take Glock. Warren in 2005 in his freshman season at Gonzaga. Went to South Eugene High School. He got the clean sheet in the road fixture against the Tacoma Stars and what was an awfully busy weekend. Got the clean sheet at home against FC Olympia. Not 24 hours later, they had to rush up the I-5 and play the Tacoma Stars. Here's Ricky Kobayashi. Saladin, faster, quicker, and stronger, takes him off the ball. Fisher looking to make himself an option off the toss. They'll go more direct to Drew Pedersen, who gets sandwiched in between two defenders. Lucas Fisher somehow is going to fall to Pedersen. Here he goes, extends his stride into the box. Pedersen, does he have the right read? And it will result in a goal kick. Good defense by West Seattle. Drew Pedersen's goal in the 4th minute, the difference. The first in over 270 minutes here at lovely UO Portland Stadium. First game of the season, it was pouring rain. Second game, it was brutally hot. And this one, somewhere in the middle. Perfect, cloudy, high 60s. West Seattle Junction, they're used to these type of crazy games. They've played a 3-2, a 2-2, a 5-4. High-scoring action. And for Portland, if their offense can start to match some of what their defense has done, will suddenly be competing upper in the standings. Still the two top teams, Snohomish and Ballard. Portland will play Ballard in their final home game of the season in the Keg Cup. Also be back on Monday against Tacoma. It will be Sausage Fest. Food. Drew Pedersen goes hard into the defender, and Larson sends it away. Jorge Villafana, the head coach for the Portland Bangers, a player not too long ago. Retired from professional soccer in 2021, ended his time with Portland Timbers in 2020. Had two different stints, winning MLS Cup in 2015. He's kept the soccer connections in the city. In fact, Diego Valeri, an MVP back in 2017 of MLS, an assistant coach on his staff. But plenty of other very notable and impressive assistants on this Banger staff. And here comes a set piece chance for West Seattle Junction. When you haven't created much on offense, these dead plays is a lifeline to try to get back into games. The theme of tonight's game, Influence Her. An emphasis on her, celebrating icons, leaders, and legends who rep the game and push it forward. Also during halftime, there'll be a hamster ball soccer. So if you want to get into some strong collisions, volunteer for that. Schleb, 4 goals this season, hoping the 5th is the most miraculous of the bunch. About 35 yards out, Gutierrez hits the whistle, and on target and catching practice for Marcus Norris, his first save of the game. Norris kept a clean sheet 2 weeks ago in a home scoreless draw against FC Olympia. Also got the start at Mid-Lakes, their only win of the season. They're hoping to double that. A shot from distance would have certainly hit the Banger category. About 15 feet wide of the far post. Liam Ryan, goalkeeper at Boston University. Wasn't the starter coming into the year. That was Lucas Martin, who was the returning goalkeeper. But Martin, ever since he gave up 5 goals on June 1st against FC Olympia, has lost the starting gig. Van Sheffield chests it down to himself and finds some open real estate. Borres. Saladin. Better build-up from the Bangers. It feels about a month and a half in. The chemistry and the connection between these players is certainly starting to form. And these teams, including West Seattle Junction, about 20 of their players played together last year. Of course, you've got some new scragglers here and there, but for the Bangers, it's an entire new roster. It's been a tricky start to the season goal-scoring wise, as Drew Pedersen is a pass to Larson, taking the ball away after it's a throw-in. McClellan does a good job playing the man, disallowing him from the ball. Lucas Fisher certainly in a pickle. McDowd clips it forward. Larson takes it to his boot. Kobayashi. McClellan comes out the victor, usually the center back, but he's playing as a fullback today. Nico Lopez's first time pass, extended forward to Loic Borres towards the end line. It's a sneaky ball, and Borres looks like he got hit up high. Gutierrez sees him down, but no play is stopped yet. Oliver Yippa will now signal to it, and the play is stopped. No foul was called on the action, but when there is an injury above the neck, they automatically have to stop play, and that looks to be the area that Loic Borres is dealing with right now. Van Sheffield, the Bangers left winger, goes and checks on him as well. It looks like no training staff will be needed. We'll see how Gutierrez handles the restart. It should be a drop ball in Portland possession. Borres back onto his feet. It was Portland's ball off the drop, and the first time pass to Van Sheffield was taken away. 4-on-5 break. Portland getting their bodies back. Here's Schleb, the German, trying to drag it back onto his left foot, and he meets a wall of white defenders. Portland have had 3 jerseys on this season. This one of my favorites. Is it first, second? Buy both and find out. Saladin. That was always going to be tricky. Passing in tight spaces. Conces. An awkward challenge by Sean McDowd, but still comes up successful. Nico Lopez and Dunn play a pitch and catch. Squared back to McClellan. Possession far favoring the Portland Bangers. West Seattle Junction only 1 shot on goal this game, and it came off a free kick from about 30 yards away. Fisher charges down the ball like a shortstop. Try to go further upfield, and it's going to settle for Saladin. Saladin sandwiches it back to Dunn, and then McClellan goes to Pedersen. A fluid front 3, and now Fisher gets his turn. 1v1 chance against the strong center back. Cross flirts with the PK spot, and Nico Lopez, the former Oregon State attacking midfielder, the closest to it for Portland. Tezuka, the furthest upfield for West Seattle, number 19. a striker from Niagara University. A lot of East Coast players on this Seattle team for the Portland Bangers. Nearly all come from the Pacific Northwest. Another nice effort, and the best banger of the year. Drew Pedersen makes it 2. Wow, what a strike. Pedersen having himself a day. What a banger. Two goals within 24 minutes for Drew Pedersen. He only had 4 goals an entire collegiate season, and he's got 2 early in the first half. Another look at it. Pops the ball up for him and then perfectly kisses the upper 90. (2-0) through 25 minutes, and Portland's just a goal away from doubling their season output. His first goal was nice, now he's done it twice. And off the restart, Portland feeling good about themselves. Van Sheffield, he wants it on the fun. Thought about a shot, and now it's going to be up to Drew Pedersen to get there. And for the remainder of the game, I hope they keep him in for the 90. We're on hat trick watch. Jake Larson, the captain, gets the ball back. He was first team all Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. I had to look up what the RMAC stood for. Had a goal against Olympia and a goal against Lane United in their second meeting. Bangers can almost play chicken with West Seattle here, as Norris is pretty much doing that. Sheffield chasing down Connor O'Keefe, center back from St. Francis University. Confident challenge by Donovan McClellan, and Portland looking to counter. Saladin sees the ball backboard off his chest a few times, and it goes back to Seattle. Peppel at a standstill. Will drag it to his left. Lucas Fisher trying to make it hard for him. Yoshi Schleb over to Kobayashi. Really the first time in this game that West Seattle Junction have strung together double-digit passes. Better get used to playing on the road. This is the middle of a 4-game road stretch. And into the 18. Ooh, that's a strong challenge within the 18 that will get up Coach Oman from his bench. West Seattle not happy about it. There is no replay. And we'll continue. Gutierrez sees the man down. We continue the action. Looks like Borges is down yet again. Saladin there to defend the cross. Norris doesn't come off his line. starting to get a little bit shaky here. Junction would like nothing more to grab a goal before halftime. Take the momentum back. Norris skies high. And it looks like he dunks on the attacker. Borre's upset with Gutierrez that no whistle came. And he'll go back to his left back slot. The whistle did go for the injury stoppage, so Norris just wants clarification on how this is going to restart, and that's how it will work. During that small break, Van Sheffield trotted over from his left wing spot to talk to head coach Jorge Villafana. Portland gave up late game winning goals to Bigfoot and Ballard at the weekend. They're hoping to extend this lead even more and not have to worry about something like that. They've neutralized Seattle for the most part. Schleb. One further, trying to find Tezuka. And a corner kick ensues. First time we're able to see how many bodies are designated forward. All outfield players but 4. And hanging out on the edge of the box, Ricky Kobayashi as well, midfielder from Dallas Baptist University. Towards the back post, looks like it was first off a Junction and then cleared away by Sheffield. Conces puts it back into a spot. Norris is way off his line. A shot on target could do the job, and Norris saves it with his boot. Didn't even need gloves for that one. Save of the game by Marcus Norris. Made it a little bit harder than it needed to be, but he's back in the nick of time. Seattle keeping up the pressure, knocking it up a few notches. Conces takes a shot from distance that looks like it hit Lucas Fisher in an uncomfortable spot. Fisher gives a thumbs up. He's all good. Smidge below 15 minutes remains in half number 1. Bangers have a 2-0 lead, both goals from Drew Pedersen in the 4th and the 24th. Marcus Norris, one of the more senior players on this squad at 27 years old. Him and Jay Klein, one of the 2 of the only 90s babies on this team. Norris played pro soccer in a few different stops. He's a four-sport varsity athlete in high school as well, with soccer, football, basketball, and volleyball. It helps when you're 6'6". Jason Stein, who's got 2 goals on the season, had a few step-overs, not able to deliver the cross. Direction back to Stein. Schleb. A chance for Portland to finally clear their lines. You can hear on the field, up, up, up. Good build-up play by Seattle. They're in a spot they were about a minute ago. Is the cross better? And it will be yet another corner kick. As the smaller bodies retreat back and the bigger defenders trot up. Yoshi Schleb will be the man to take it. We'll get an earful from the supporter section on the pitch. Schleb fires. Looks like it hit Pebble's arm, and it'll be a free kick for Portland and what is essentially an auxiliary goal kick. Portland want to make this game a no-doubter. Feels like one more goal could just about do that. No, West Seattle have proved they can score 3+ in a match. Pedersen doesn't win that aerial battle, though he's won mostly everything else in this game. The hearts of Bangers fans, man of the match, and perhaps more coming. Concess will restart. Lucas Fisher trying to be a roadblock. Connor O'Keefe didn't see anything he liked. Bangers defending in a 4-1-4-1 formation. Lucas Fisher's been all over the midfield and the attacking line. He doesn't really have a set position. Good job by Donovan McClellan to head it back to the goalkeeper Marcus Norris. For those that aren't aware, you can head it back to your goalie and he's allowed to pick it up, but you cannot pass it back to him with a boot. It's a rule that was changed around the 90s. Sheffield lets it bounce once, boxes out his defender like a power forward, and then he was fouled, took a nudge from behind. Eric Oman, the second-year head coach for West Seattle Junction, looking for answers. They're the lone team in the Northwest Division without a win, and this is their 6th game played. They sit bottom in 9th. They had high expectations this season, like you would expect. They finished mid-table in the conference last year, but with 3 new teams joining the Northwest Division in Snohomish, Bigfoot, and Bangers, it brings a higher level of competition. They've played all 3 of those teams this year and haven't gotten a result against any. Of course, still about an hour to change it here at UO Portland Stadium. Wind, a light breeze from right to left going against the kick of Loic Borres. Still puts a good amount of power on it. Vance Sheffield was leaping like a salmon. Nico Lopez will pick up the scraps. Lopez goes on an adventure, trying to swing it out left, and he does so. Crossing opportunity, won't come out. And now finally a shot going towards the back post. Kolade Saladin puts it back into Vance Sheffield, takes one touch, brings it onto his left, brings it back onto his right. Saladin gets a chance at a standstill. Here comes Saladin, usually a center back. He's up in attack right now. Donovan McClellan, this is good by Portland. Towards the back post, Drew Pedersen wasn't there, and the flag is raised for offside. So best bit of pressure we've seen from Portland in about 20 minutes since the goal. Best form of defense is a good offense. Gutierrez has a words with Oliver Yeppa, and it seemed like he may have gotten a warning. I was going to say the next one would be a yellow, but it turns out you don't get any chances in this sport. And the first yellow card of the game is shown to the capable midfielder Oliver Yeppa. He was all freshman at the University of Portland 2 years ago. A very important player for UP. O'Keefe. Well, this is the first time the Portland Bangers and West Seattle Junction have met. Anytime those two cities are in a matchup, there's going to be a little bit of extra bad blood. Unlike previous games, though, with FC Olympia or Snohomish, a lot of these players have never played against one another. You often see in the collegiate ranks, there'll be a lot of players from the WCC or the otherwise known as the Pac-12. But no more. These players are much more spread out across the country for this West Seattle Junction team. A good run finally put to a close. Oliver Yeppe has to be more careful on his challenges now, as he's the first player of the game to go in the book. Saludin out to Borges, who tries to play a 1-2. And the through ball isn't going to be there for Nico Lopez. Gives the thumbs up for the right idea. Lopez has Yeppe with him. Can he get there to Oliver? Yeppe looks like he's chopped down from behind, and it's going to be a penalty. It wasn't initially called by the center official, but the linesman immediately put up his flag, and Ryan Jung on the near side makes the decision. Oliver Yeppe took an uncomfortable challenge. Hopefully he's okay in all of this. And who gets to take it? Seems to be Drew Pedersen. A pin-perfect pass by Nico Lopez to feed Oliver Yeppe, who seems to be laboring on that right foot. Jorge Villafana is going to have a decision to make, and he's hoping if Yeppe can at least make it to halftime and see how he's doing after that. Yeppe peering towards the bench. The Bangers do have a game just over 48 hours from now on Monday night at 7 o'clock back here at UO Portland Stadium. He's going to look at how the penalty was created. Tackle by the captain, Jake Larson, is what ultimately earned the penalty. Drew Pedersen, hoping for the improbable first half hat trick. The whistle blows, he stares down Liam Ryan, takes a deep breath, a stutter step. Pedersen finds the back of the net, a first half hat trick, and the Portland Bangers have doubled their season output in about 40 minutes. It's been just what the doctor had ordered for the Portland Bangers, and Drew Pedersen seemingly has earned himself the starting striker spot for the foreseeable future. A nice stutter step gets Liam Ryan to bite left, ultimately dives the right direction, but puts it low and under the keeper. Goals in the 4th, the 24th, and the 41st for number 16, Drew Pedersen. Pedersen didn't even join the Portland Bangers a month ago. His first match was against Snohomish here at home when he replaced Jaden Dubon in the 55th minute. Went to Jesuit High School where he won the 2022 state championship. Now he's getting it back done in his home city, the Zags product. Norris happy to have himself an easy day. He's got a 3-goal cushion in net. Nico Lopez, who won't get the assist on the PK goal. He does in my book with the pass he gave over to Oliver Yeppe. And speaking of Yeppe, who was slow to get up on that right, he's still not quite running at 100%, the number 5 in midfield for Portland. We'll see what decision Jorge Villafana has to make. I'm watching him, and biting his fingernails. He certainly doesn't want to take off yet, but who's one of the best midfielders, not just on this team, but in the Northwest Division. Schleb trying to finish off a nice move with a rocket of a shot. If there wasn't the net, it'd be in the UO Portland Library. "90 seconds away from first half stoppage time. If you were a fly on the wall, you'd rather be buzzing into the Portland locker room than West Seattle Junction. Eric Oman is going to have to change some things. Seattle, I don't even think they've been that poor defensively. It's more so been excellent individual offense from Drew Pedersen. But on the other end of things, the build-up play in the neutral third has been good for West Seattle. But once they get onto attack, the back four, which is essentially a back five with two defensively minded midfielders, Inkolai Saladin and Oliver Yippa, has just completely stymied Seattle, who to this point this season has been a pretty good offense. Van Sheffield hoping to pile on more, and that's a through ball that is way too heavy. Everything done with haste now for West Seattle. Seconds are their currency, and goals are the lottery. They got to keep going. That won't help. Lorenzo Lopez. Nice bob by Fisher. Drags it onto his right foot, and Fisher will settle for a corner kick. Crowd behind this corner. Should just about be the final action. Maybe an extra minute or so through injury. Fisher delivers, Yippa receives, and he wants another corner yet again. It will be a goal kick. Good routine. Oliver Yippa making a beeline. Kobayashi trying to hit Schleb, and instead he got his ankle hit. Subs warming up on the West Seattle Junction side of things, not so much for the Portland Bangers, and you understand why. This is the most goals Portland have scored in a game this season in their history. Of course, this being the inaugural season of the Portland Bangers, first of many. Their largest win, a 2-0 victory at Mid Lakes in the second game of the season. Saladin hits it hard off his forehead, and a nice touchdown by Drew Pedersen, a player bursting with confidence. That pass says so. Nico Lopez going one-on-one. Van Sheffield's on the far side. Blue jerseys starting to get back. Overlapping is McClellan, and that's who he'll hit. McClellan, his cross leaves some to be desired, and it goes into the street. Gives off a smile, and I think his teammates might be poking some fun of him for that. And you often hear in American football, that's why you play defense and not offense, and you could say that for the cross by McClellan. Lopez. Van Sheffield trying to put his chest down and run quick to that one. Jason Stein. Portland in no hurry to take the throw-in. Gutierrez, the center official, peered down towards his watch. Will play as long as to his discretion. Stein. Once right up the line to Tezuka. And that will mark an end to half number 1. Fans up to their feet, and rightfully so. Drew Pedersen's first half hat trick has the Portland Bangers up 3-0 on West Seattle Junction. But this Seattle side used to playing in hectic games. They're hoping they make this one as well. Halftime entertainment coming up with Saucy T Sausage, but it's been a fun one at UO Portland Stadium so far. Second 45 coming up after halftime.
cheating here. All right, man, pick. You got it. You got it. Let's go. Let's go. Do it. Oh! Saucy. Saucy's a slam tonight. All right, City. It's all to you now. You still look kind of afraid. You're great. All right, for the winner, we'll go to triple, quadruple overtime. In which case you'll have to rock, paper, scissors. And on the mat, bat on the ground. 3, 2, 1, spin. 1. Make it loud for Sydney, everybody. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hit. Go, Sydney, go. It's impossible. Ah, Meg! Meg's the winner, everyone. Let's go for Meg. Nice. Let's go for Meg. She wins absolutely everything. I'm just kidding. That kid was something about the period. That fun, Jax? You liked it? Yeah. If Chase likes it, that's all that matters to me. I mean, you guys are cool, but I'm here for Chase. Well done down there, Frank. That was a good one. Spirited competition, I think. More than this is so far. Let's hear it up, man. I'm going to bring it up, man. Alright, we gotta get this side of the stadium a little more engaged. I don't know. You hear that? You guys want that? Alright. I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna do some chanting or I don't know. We'll do something. We'll make it fun. This side over here, they're also sitting in folding chairs quietly, but we're gonna get everybody going crazy. This is the greatest Bangers game in history so far, and we gotta keep going. Yeah? Fans, hungry? Thirsty? Wake up to go keep your fuel on the Bangers Bring the Heat. Start by hanging down on the white chip covers on the field and hit up sausage back in the kitchen. Your go-to spot for big flavor and bold options. Drop by the Heat. So Portland Pickles, uncensored sausages. Also available at Market Choice and grocery stores around town. Or keep it classic with hot dogs, beef dogs, and our rotating banger for that specials. To wash it all down, crack open PDX water, sparkling or still, with custom Bangers grains, exclusive to sausage. Or simple with Stormwater Brewing's worst beer ever, the official Bangers IPA, available here at the Stop and Go bar by the main entrance. You'll also find chilled unlimited rosé and wine, straightaway cocktails, sizzle wine spritz, and multiple flavors of Topo Chico, all poured in both sausages and the Stop and Go bar. Whether you're inside or just walking in, great food trips are always in play. So don't wait. Grab something bang before the next whistle.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially like between this game. Yeah. I don't want to shoot it.
Fans, official league is proud to partner with Portland Pickles FC as the official skate sponsor for the 2025 season. Official league is premier destination for high-quality merchandise, offering a range of premium products that celebrate sports, culture, and lifestyle with a focus on craftsmanship and vintage.
Having fun?
Supporters of your Portland Pickles. Whether you're betting in like backup or holding a hand and just tying your cleats, Lazy Days has the perfect time to live your spirits. Try the best Chestnut Pilsner or Trillium Pale Ale with a fixed Christmas that your uncle yelling booty from the stands. In fact, sip up and remember the only thing we take seriously is beer and maybe offsides. Cheers!
Back for half number 2 between the Portland Pickles and West Seattle Junction. Drew Pedersen's hat trick in half number 1 gives a confident 3-0 lead to Portland in a perfect day in Northeast Portland. Teams will flip ends in which they attack. West Seattle Junction now going from left to right. And Portland and their all-whites going from right to left. Marcus Norris, well, the offense has done his job, hoping to get another clean sheet this season. Here's McKenna. Schleb. Saladin all over him. In the Ipswich Town Academy in England, went to Oregon State a few years ago. Andrew Lovell into the game, and he gets hacked down. McKenna backing into Saladin. Looks like we do have a sub in this one. I believe number 10, Lucas Fisher, has departed. And in comes number 11, Andrew Lovell. So with Portland having a game on Monday night, rotation becomes of the essence for Jorge Villafaña's side. And a few more players gearing up in their blue pennies, as you can see at the bottom of your screen there for a moment, are warming up. Walking across the Portland Pickles business partners. So Lovell will come in at right wing, replacing Lucas Fisher. Plays his college soccer at Cal Baptist University. Portland quickly back on to attack. Van Sheffield, who's playing left wing in the first half, will drift more inside as well. Comes a good run by West Seattle, and putting an end to it is Michael Dunn. Stein being double teamed and will lose out. McClellan finds Nico Lopez. Puts it over to Oliver Yep, but good to see him be able to continue in this second half after getting injured on the play in which he earned a PK. Diagonal switch, Drew Pedersen takes a bump into the shoulders. Cameron Urindo of University of Virginia, a late addition to the Seattle Junction team this season. stepping into midfield, a high Division I player, of course, Virginia. Won numerous multiple championships during the late 80s and early 90s under current San Jose Earthquakes head coach Bruce Arena, who actually coached in Portland yesterday against the Timbers in a 1-1 draw in MLS. Here's Pedersen, man of the match so far, undoubtedly so. Borges on the cross, won't trickle over the line and sent high into the Concordia neighborhood sky. Sean McDowd. Candid it across to Vance Sheffield. Tries some acrobatics to keep possession. No, it won't work. Liam Ryan calls off his back line. O'Keefe directions back to his netminder. Pedersen takes it away. He's doing a little bit of everything. A few new bodies onto the pitch, in fact, for West Seattle Junction. McKenna, though, on the ball right now, not one of them. Has the overlapping run. One of the new players, Rex Carrigan, a defender from Colorado College. Looks to be playing in midfield since entering, but we're only 3.5 minutes in. Nico Lopez trying to make it uncomfortable for the back line. Forced to go to Liam Ryan, the netminder. And out wide, Vance Sheffield will continue that. Sheffield doesn't allow the Cruyff turn to get off, and it will be Portland possession. Just hard yards and running gets the Bangers the ball back. Energy has gotten higher as the lead has extended. But here's a chance, a 2-on-2 break forming if West Seattle Junction are able to take advantage. It's a nice pass, Leon Tezuka. Tezuka working on Dunn, and Dunn stands him up. Urendo. Tezuka. So after the 2-on-2, Portland strong back in position. Some anti-Seattle chants going on amongst the Bangers faithful, no surprise. No matter the sport, Portland, Seattle's always going to have its fun. McKenna will settle for a corner. If you're West Seattle, just take it one goal at a time. Make it interesting, make it uncomfortable for Portland, and they have a chance to do it off the corner. Certainly a different routine that we saw the Bangers utilize. Most of the blue and black jerseys crowding the near post. Norris aware of it. Stays on his line off the corner just outside the 6. McKenna's going to clean it up. Gives it back out to the penalty, to the corner taker Schleb. Borges not able to get there in time. Off the back side of the boot of Sean McDowd. It's a difficult clearance, but an athletic one. McDowd on his backside, and the foul ball. A perfect toss back inside, and nearly destroyed our camera. If we see the angle of it, should know we're that okay. Wind starting to pick up here at UO Portland Stadium, and a low shot. Looks like it was blocked by his own player, and in fact, that is the correct call. It will be a goal kick for Norris. So at least temporarily, as we peer over to the standings, I don't want to jinx anything, but if the Portland Bingers are able to corral all 3 points, they will jump up in the Northwest Division standings. They will pass over Mid Lakes and be just behind Bigfoot. Will stand in 6th place, while for West Seattle Junction, they will stay glued to the basement of the conference in 9th. Team that was just a smidge off the national playoff picture last year in West Seattle. Still have time to try to regain that form, but it might be a little bit too late to get those top 2 seeds. Andrew Lovell, fresh legs, newest into the game for Portland. He's going to work on McKenna, brings it on to his right foot and can't find Drew Pedersen. I don't think there's a specific word in soccer for 4 goals, but Pedersen's going to try to invent one. Saludin. People wanted him to shoot, it doesn't come off. Pedersen over to Lovell, a heavy touch off the top of the boot. Portland first to every ball at this current moment. Vance Sheffield kind of starts his run before he's got the ball. Nice roulette. Didn't expect Michael Dunn to be the one to perform it. A center back committed to play at University of Portland next year. Excuse me, Michael Dunn plays at University of North Carolina. That's Sean McDowd. Borres. Lovell. Andrew Lovell at Cal Baptist. Capable of playing both wings. His team just a smidge below 506 wins, 8 losses, and 5 draws. He was all Western Athletic Conference first team last year. Here he is on the ball. Lovell trying to pick out that top corner like Drew Pedersen did in the first half. Open man on the far side. They'll get it there. Junction with a chance. Shot from outside of the box, and Norris not troubled in the slightest. Jake Larson will get a talking to. He's the man who gave up the PK in the first half. Was not given a yellow card because of it. So he's still in clean standing, besides, of course, the 3 goals his back line has conceded. Dunn goes straight up to Vance Sheffield. The back pass teasing the Seattle Junction front line. They're trying to enact a team press. 4 blue jerseys swarming after the ball. Portland solid in possession yet again, and now they go direct. Trying to find Drew Pedersen, and Liam Ryan is way off his line, but it was the right play. Good communication between goalie and center back. McClellan uses the halfway line as his aim marker. Two Bangers players were also there. Larson all the way back to Ryan again. Looking at the upcoming schedule for the Portland Bangers, of course, this match with West Seattle. On Monday, they will face Tacoma at 7 p.m. and they'll go back on the road on June 21st against Snohomish, who are in a narrow second place in the division just behind Ballard FC. For West Seattle Junction, you actually play in Southwest Seattle. And a stretch pass outright. Too much for McKenna to corral. They'll be at Ballard next weekend on the 20th, and then they'll finally have a home game yet again, their first since late May. They'll play Tacoma on June 22nd. Olivier hustling back to give Portland numbers. Still a 4-on-4 break if Junction go quick. They don't. Working around the edges. Jason Stein in the leave-off pass. Seattle need to be decisive. The situation Seattle are in right now is one that Portland had in the season opener, controlling most of the ball in the second half, but a 3-0 deficit. Portland happy to allow West Seattle the ball in these spots. Maybe not this one, though. A curled effort, catching practice again. For a man of Marcus Norris's quality, that's going to be an easy one. Looking for his third clean sheet of the year. One over FC Olympia, another versus Mid Lakes, and now trying to take down his third Washington side. Two-thirds of the game has surpassed, and 3 new Bangers players getting ready to come into the game. Sheffield goes to deck, and it will be a corner kick. Well, initially that was the call. He was just pointing that way to indicate the substitutions. So who will be coming out? Loic Boré is the fullback, one of them. A slow walk. Another one will be Michael Dunn, and these 3 subs could be an indicator on who's going to get the start again at the weekend. Ritterson B. Jay Klein into the game. Portland still is allowed to make one more substitution. Crowd lively, and it helps when you score 3 goals. An old saying in sports, regardless of the activity, winning cures all. And Portland being up 3-0, awarding their fans who have stuck by through these first 3 home games where they weren't able to score. That third sub that came in, Rafael Gonzalez. Here's Jay Klein. Okay, Bull, that's a fullback or a forward. Pass just inches nearly to McClellan. And McDowd can't stretch it out to Van Sheffield. Pass was too tight inside. Advantage played. West Seattle Junction will take it. Schleb winds up a shot, and that's a tough one. Good save by Norris and off the post. Second opportunity still alive. Tiptoeing on the end line. Schleb, header towards net and cleared away. Best bit of defensive action and most action that Norris has seen in net this game. McKenna goes on the dance floor, but isn't able to halt it. Another near sellout here at UO Portland Stadium, about 1,500 in attendance. Gotten their price of admission. And the demand will go up even more for Monday night's game. It's a big one against Tacoma. Close to each other in the standings, Tacoma a few positions higher. But a 6-point weekend is just what the doctor would be ordering for Jorge Villafaña's side. Schleb. Nice skill move. He's still on it, and Saludin pokes out a toe to get rid. Lovell trying to play it back to Jay Klein. It was the wrong read. McKenna. Stein. Curled effort. And sandwiching the ball under him is Marcus Norris. It didn't look the most comfortable when you throw all your body weight onto a sphere. And he'll be attended to, which could change the substitution pattern in which Portland were trying to enact. I believe they only have one sub left, so it might have to be the backup keeper, Tate Glock, who, talking to Jorge Villafaña, I think was getting saved for Monday's game against Tacoma, who he kept a clean sheet against earlier this month. This is the one thing that could reign what is a beautiful day and a beautiful game for Portland.
No, Tacoma.
Eric Oman, head coach for West Seattle Junction, taking this stoppage to talk to a trio of his players. Norris back up onto his feet. Saw something similar happen with Oliver Yippa, who has, in fact, subbed out. It's a new midfield for Portland. Saludin, who started the game in midfield, goes back to his preferred center back role. At the midfield will be Rafael Gonzalez and Ritter Sundby. Sundby, one of the few players who grew up on the East Coast with this team to go train with the Philadelphia Union Academy. Fans up onto their feet. They wanted Nico Lopez, of course, he got on the end of that ball, but Lopez, intelligent, he realized he was offside. McDowd, momentum going backwards, gets the clearance, and Gonzalez rams through a West Seattle player. Delicately off Klein. Be thrown for McKenna. Stein. Stein working on Klein. Towards the back post, that's gonna be a shot, and Norris realizes momentum is taking him the wrong direction. Parries the ball down right in front of him like a basketball player with a power dribble, and then catches back up to it. Ritter Sunby. Nico Lopez. Van Sheffield had to halt his run on the far side. He wanted it bad. Sunby by his lonesome and gets squeezed out. 22 minutes to go. Portland happy to stop the count. McDowd there first. It's a similar through ball, which earned Portland a penalty in the first half. Saladin, the center back, leaves the line to frustrate the Junction attacker. Urendo. Ref in the way. Both teams will yell at him. Didn't mean to. This will be a drop ball. I believe they can shoot right away. You do have to give still the necessary yardage mark, and he's gonna wind up a shot and put it just over. It's almost inviting to take a volley off the drop ball, and Gutierrez glad. Probably deep down they did not contribute an assist to a West Seattle goal. Just one yellow card in this game so far. It's been a clean affair. That was shown to Oliver Yippa in the first half. The 3 goals coming in the 4th minute, the 24th, and the 41st, all by Drew Pedersen, who's still into the game. It'll be a tough decision for Jorge Villafana on Monday, considering that Drew Pedersen will likely go the full 90, but he's got young legs. He'll be hungry to go at it again. Everything he's touching turns to gold. Great takeaway by Van Sheffield. Nico Lopez trying to make himself an option. He'll get it. Lopez leaves it through for Lovell. Lovell, a shot on target and just wide. A smart read by Nico Lopez to let that ball run through for Andrew Lovell. Brings it onto a strong right foot. And Liam Ryan, the goalkeeper for Seattle, looked beat just about a foot wide of the near side. Here's a good run going the other way, and the pass off kilter. Cameron Urendo goes down without a lot of contact, just outside the PK arc. And for a penalty taker, this is prime real estate. Not too close, not too far, top of the penalty arc. It's one if you're a righty or a lefty you're invited to take. And Norris is going to have to play a guessing game in which direction it goes. It's going to be important to set up the wall the right way. Portland aiming to keep the clean sheet. This dangerous and wide. Up and over the wall but too much curl, bending away from Norris, who was cemented to the spot. A good takeaway by Seattle. 3-on-1 starting to form. Shot coming, hesitating. Finally, it's registered. The block hits off a Portland defender and into the net. 3-1, West Seattle have a sign of life. It was a poor giveaway from the back, immediately resulting in what looked like a 3-on-1 break. I thought West Seattle were not ruthless enough in that chance. Faked the shot to the right, faked it to the left, brought it back to the dominant foot, and the shot goes through. It was this bit of distribution right there, and Gonzalez, number 21, not able to get there in time. The square ball thought should have been fired right there, bring it on to his left, bring it back to his right, taking the defenders for a ride, and it finds the back of the net. Someone's crazy enough to head that? No, they let it bounce. So Portland have to adjust, but nothing incredibly uncomfortable yet. Still a 2-goal lead with about 17 minutes to go, and could have been just a 1 if the miraculous happened. Portland getting ready to use their final substitution, be Vladimir Kubrakov. And 2 Seattle players coming off. McKenna, one of them. So Kobayashi, the other. In comes number 21, Alexander Hershkov, a forward from Seattle Pacific for attacking reinforcements, of course, being down 2 goals. And Will Mashment, a forward at Western Oregon University, previously at St. Mary's. So we'll see how the 2 forwards can help out the attack. West Seattle incentivized to play quickly. Here's why. A real tight angle on the shot and closed down well by McClellan. Doesn't get a touch on it either. Impressively so, just plays the real estate game. Be a goal kick for Norris. But Seattle are pushing. One very inconsequential issue that West Seattle have right now is one of the subs that came out was wearing the captain's armband, so nobody has it right now. Lopez isn't going to reach it. Lovell could have been of support. Now here he is on the ball. Looking to bring it on to his right. Instead, crosses with the left, hits off a knee. Banger's looking for some insurance. Lopez hoping to provide. Pedersen knocked down, low shot. Liam Ryan, it was going to be a close one if he got there or not, but blocked by the defender. There is support. Really nice touchdown by Nico Lopez. Showing off at this point. Klein gets it off, and Liam Ryan snatches it. So one of the subs, Mashman. Yoshi Schlepp. Mashman's run results in a corner. Bangers still up 3-1 with 13 to play. Seattle want to make it a real uncomfortable final couple of minutes with a goal here. Good job by our camera crew here. I had the tight angle, thought it was a corner, just going to be a throw-in, which we'll essentially treat as a corner. Klein stops it in his way. Lovell can't beat the first man. Still on the edge of the 18. Stein across, shot from distance, always rising. Norris given a small area of the pitch to aim. All 10 outfield players bunched together, trying to aim for Drew Pedersen, who's got 3 goals in this one. Kubrakov playing it over the top. Lovell given a chance to run onto it. Lovell's going to get there. Andrew Lovell chips the keeper, and we're through. Lovell goes 5-hole, a confusion between Ryan and his defender. Never gave up on the play. 4-1, Portland Bangers up. And this, a winner. Lopez making his own luck. The pass back by the defender was just not heavy enough. And Lovell pounces on it like a raccoon in a trash can. And goes 5-hole past the keeper. That's Lovell's first goal of the season for the Portland Bangers, to add to his 3 in which he had during the 2024 college season. Saladin does a good job to keep it alive. McDowd not scared of the oncomer. Lovell piled with energy, and this time a much cleaner back pass to Ryan. His distribution is high. The defender lets it bounce, and Portland's going to get it yet again. Klein sees it bounce off his collarbone. Still working on Marshman. Lovell's not giving up. Ball gets past Gonzalez. McClellan on the wrong side of his man, and Saladin realizes the score is 4-1. Why take any chances? The score all but final. Fans planted in their seats and want to be part of the celebration at the end. The first home win ever for the Portland Bangers here at UO Portland Stadium. 8 minutes away. So Portland have doubled their season output in goal scoring tonight. Coming into the game, they had 3 goals through 7 games. In the first half, they had 3 goals, all from Drew Pedersen, and an extra one tacked on by Andrew Lovell. 2 more subs, number 26 and 28, Brian De La Rosa and Ellie Drion want to come on. We'll see if they get the chance anytime soon. De La Rosa coming over from Bellevue College, and Drion, actually a teammate of Drew Pedersen at Gonzaga. So he'll have bragging rights going into the college season. Taken off is Nathan McKenzie and Jason Stein. Precise switch ball. The touch leaves a little to be desired. And Jaden Dubon wants to come on for Portland as striker. Saludin disrupts build-up play. And Junction have to gear up yet again. Dubon's going to take off Drew Pedersen, who should get a rousing applause. Pedersen getting hugs from the coaching staff. Austin Rogers, Jorge Villafana. West Seattle nearly stomp their way to another, and they'll bowling ball it out to the corner flag. No harm in dedicating as many bodies forward. Only really one out of contention, preventing a counterattack. Marcus Norris hit the deck hard. Thankfully, he seems to be okay. Already jammed his ankle off a corner. Excuse me, that was just a shot about 25 minutes ago. So an ice bath coming for Marcus Norris. And we'll see if he'll be given the night off on Monday in favor of Tate Glock. That's not just a decision of Jorge Villafana, the head coach, but also the goalkeeping coach, Austin Rogers, who, if needed, he can suit up and play also. McClellan not giving up on the play, and Portland's number 17. He's going to his junior year at Radford University, a D2 program in the Big South. Norris keeps letting it roll. Frustrating Jason Stein. We are officially halfway done with the home games here at UL Portland Stadium in their inaugural season. There's still some great ones coming up. Saladin, who was unknown to most of the crowd here. This is his first game at home. Played both games last weekend against Ballard and Tacoma. But now at home, he's been really good playing the midfield in the first half and playing center back for the majority of the second. Corner drifts past, plenty of foreheads. It will just be a goal kick. So upcoming home schedule for the Bangers. They get the 4-1 win. At least that will be the final scoreline, about 2 minutes plus stoppage time against West Seattle today. We'll play the Tacoma Stars at 7 o'clock on Monday. There's Jane Dubon making a nice move. On the 21st, they go up to Washington, and Dubon finally sees his run trickle to an end. On June 21st, they'll go up to play Snohomish United. You can watch that game, how you're watching this one on the stream, at 7 o'clock. And then on the 23rd, they return home to face Lynn United in an Oregon v. Oregon clash. On the 29th, they will play the team they're facing right now up north at their place in West Seattle. On the 2nd, they go down to Eugene to face Lane United, and the final home game of this season, 6 o'clock on July 9th. Be there for the Keg Cup against Ballard FC, who is the #1 ranked team in all of USL League Two. Portland lost 1-0 at their place last weekend. They're hoping to change that in what is, for me at least, the most anticipated game of the season. Mashman working on Gonzalez. O'Keefe winds up. Lovell has got the 4th goal. Nico Lopez, a pair of assists. Here's a nice run, and it's going to be a penalty. Gonzalez gives it up. It will take a bite out of the goal differential for the Portland Bangers this season. They'll still be just a smidge in the minus in that category. That is, of course, if Norris isn't able to stop this. Jason Stein's got 2 goals this season. Can he make it a 3rd? Stein hoping to make it an easier bus ride home, and it is not. A stop, and the second one bar down and in. That goal scored by the sub, Alexander Hirskov of Seattle Pacific. Norris, you still get credit for the PK save, but on the follow-up, a tough beat for the goalkeeper. It will just take a change in the box score, but ultimately Portland still walking away with all 3 points at a moment's notice. It's a shame because it's a better defensive performance than 2 goals against would suggest. McClellan takes it away cleanly. He's played a hell of a game. Sunby, Nico Lopez. Sunby big bodies the defender right in front of the supporter section. It looked like shoulder to shoulder. Saladin karate kicks that one out of here about waist height. Gonzalez just gave up the PK. Sunby over to Dubon and Lovell. Lovell brushes aside the defender. Klein all the way back to McDowd. Chasing him down was Alexander Herskov, who's got the second goal of the game for West Seattle. McClellan, not the best giveaway in midfield, but he'll get it back. Lovell fouled. No complaints from Cotter O'Keefe. St. Francis University defenders had a long day. Portland restarts, and they're just waiting for this triple whistle. Dubon ends up with it. Nico Lopez, a sliding two-footed challenge, will be a throw-in instead. Participating in the time-wasting tactics. And there is the final whistle. Fans to their feet as the Portland Bangers win their first ever game on home soil. A hat trick by Drew Pedersen, the headliner. A good defensive performance by Saladin McClellan and others. One that certainly feels good. Jorge Villafaña's side jump up in the standings and keep West Seattle at the bottom. Final scoreline 4-2 in favor of the Portland Bangers. 3 goals through 40 minutes made it a tall hill to climb from the team from up north. But overall, a deserved performance, and one they hope to continue on Monday night against Tacoma, a strong defensive team. Pedersen, your man of the match. Marcus Norris making good saves as always, and we should see a slightly rotated lineup on Monday night. But for here, our whole crew making this broadcast possible. Big thanks for joining us on the stream. The Bangers having a good time. Hopefully you did too. 4-2 final scoreline from UO Portland Stadium.